I kid you not, everybody standing on the curb was holding their hand over their mouth. Teachers were gasping. Kids were doing this with their face.
Hello and good morning, everyone. Welcome back, you guys. Today is starting off first day back of 2022. Kids are going back to school after Christmas break. So how easy was it to wake up this morning?
I gotta say, the kids did pretty good.
I feel like
I had a hard time, but
up and at it easy.
this is one of the fastest times they've been dressed down and having breakfast. We got some Costco muffins. We got Rye Guy having a little, I don't know what that thing is, but he loves them. They're like egg, sausage, bakes.
We got at Sam's Club and they're awesome. They just like take 3 minutes and he just...
And it tastes like a nice warm cooked breakfast to start the day
I
off.
look like I'm a rock star mom.
Everyone's up and going. Feels very early, but it didn't have that hard of a time I felt like getting up this morning.
They did awesome.
Everyone went to bed at a great time last night. Crew's over there getting ready.
This is the beginning of the 2022 rest of the school year, obviously. But one thing that's cool for Rye Guy in junior high, half of his classes switched this semester, so he's got half new teachers. One thing that's cool is that he's going to be starting a photography class. So he's charging up his camera batteries and bringing the camera to school because he's going to be doing some photography. He's got some other fun classes. I remember that phase of junior high. You kind of get outside of that normal math, science, English kind of a thing, and you get to explore some career opportunities, things like that. He's got some fun classes. Kids are up and at it this morning, getting dressed, eating breakfast, and then we are back on a school morning routine here today. Halfway through the school year, I like that. We've kind of got some other fun things like spring break on our minds. We got summer vacation. Eventually, we're building a house. 2022. Let's go. First day of school.
Going down right now.
In an effort to make this morning a little bit easier, a little bit smoother process, because we had been a couple weeks, more than a couple weeks out of routine. We did have the kids gather up their coats, shoes, backpacks, looked for lunch boxes, laid out clothes last night, anything we could do to make this morning a little bit smoother, a little bit easier as we transition back into our morning routine, school morning routine.
Ryler even had to find his gym shoes and gym clothes. He starts gym this semester.
That's one of the new classes this semester. He's got his camera, he's also got his gym clothes. I'm telling you, this semester is gonna be a fun one, dude. Yeah.
Crew is heading to school for the first time with those new kicks. They are so fresh. So let's get a shot before and after. This is before going to school. We'll stand right here and get an after shot today. Are you nervous at all?
No, not really.
Nah, you're a boss. Because first of all, he takes very good care of them. Second of all, it's so cold. I don't think they'll let them out for recess today. So they're probably going to be pretty well protected. But he had a couple of friends, 2 or 3 friends that also got shoes. They all agreed to wear them today so that they can show each other the shoes they got. So that's kind of a fun way to go back to school rocking these bad boys. Right, guy? You ready to go? Got gym shoes on?
Whoa.
Brexidoodle, ready to rock?
Yeah.
Got some tie-dye?
Loading some homework.
Well, unloading, because it's a new semester. You're a fresh start, bro. All that's old, man. That's done.
Yeah.
Time for some new stuff. Hazel, you ready? Double red bows?
Yep.
Staying warm? Got that coat?
Yep.
It's 17 degrees, I think, out there.
I already got my backpack on.
Oh. Bro, like this sunrise is like welcome to 2022, bro. I'm showing off right now. Just flexing on that nature. Go get the drone. I think it'll be gone by the time I get the drone up, though. It happens real quick. Kids are off at school. They are back into their routine. First day back. I think it's going well.
I think it's going pretty well.
It's a cold one, but it's a bright, sunny one. As we head into this new year, probably the biggest thing on our mind is the construction and building of our dream home.
I'm so excited.
Been going on for a while, but this is the year that it should complete and that we actually move in and it's like consuming us. So Mindy and I were talking about it this morning. We were like, oh my gosh, I just want to know what's next. What are the next steps? When are we going to start framing? What's going to be happening? And out of the blue, as if they read our mind, we started getting a flood of text messages from our home builder, from our home designer.
They want to meet today, this morning, to pick the exteriors. We already know what stone we want. We know that we want hardy board, I believe. We would also like to do a smooth stucco, but we just need to decide where at on the house. I don't know that we're prepared to make the decisions, but we're gonna go meet with them today.
But I think they said that we need to make them, like now. They're like, this is the time.
We've got stuff to do.
They gave us an update on what's gonna be happening this week with waterproofing and pouring the cement on the garage slabs. And then right after that, our designer said, hey, welcome to the new year. We need to get moving on some decisions, so let's meet, let's decide your exteriors. So that is where we're headed right now. That was unplanned, didn't see that coming. We are so excited because it keeps us moving forward in the progress of completing this home. Big decisions going down right now. What is the outside going to look like?
I don't even know.
Come with us and help us decide.
Do that stone, because that's one that goes all the way up. But we could take this section and do that one stucco. Just trying to break it up a little bit.
Very productive meeting. I think we went into it not sure what kind of decision we were gonna make, not sure if we were prepared to really choose the exterior of our home, and then we walked out of there, I think, loving the choices, and we finalized them.
We are so excited because we've looked at so many houses, and I know I like this from that house and this from that house. So we've ended up doing a mixture of mostly stone, some stucco, and some hardy board.
It's this smooth stucco. It's a very different look. Like our current house is almost all stucco, but it's like bumpy. This is a very flat, like smooth surface
It's very
stucco.
smooth and almost polished looking. It's gorgeous. I've seen it done on a couple homes, and I just love it.
One of the things I thought was cool are just like texture accents like throughout, because really it's all in the same color profile or palette. I don't really know how you call it.
It's all the same family.
It's all the same family. So when you look at it, it just looks like a beautiful, like light colored stone home. Then you have these little textures throughout. And so she showed us some
pretty.
examples of some homes that have like a similar layout. We just absolutely loved it. And so it's gonna be, the way we defined it is primarily stone, all the way around stone. And you just have like these accent pockets of stucco, like Mindy said, and then like even fewer little hardy board spots. But I think it's gonna be amazing.
Really pretty. It's not like the back and the sides of the house are all just one texture. So even the back also has multiple textures.
It was kind of cool.
Really
We've got all the blueprints laid out in different colors. So I think like the green was hardy board, orange
is
was the
stucco.
stucco, and everything else was stone. Guys, it's gonna be
Yeah.
cool seeing this come to life. We're ordering these materials up. We are moving forward with the home building process. So 2022, the year that we move, guys, already starting out with a bang, first week.
I'm so excited.
All right, kids have just got home from school. They are in the house. First day of 2022.
Bring it to a 2.
No, let's not. Let's bring it to an 11, Mom. Whoa, it was like a 26. You had like a head wag where your hair was going everywhere. I wish that was in slow motion. Guys, we got a few things I want to hear about because school, obviously very important, but the very first thing I want to know is how were those shoes today at school? Could we do?
Sweating.
Just let them see.
Dude, they look perfect. Absolutely unscathed. That is 1 day's worth of use and they look like they are still brand
How
new.
did you walk today? Did you walk normal?
So my friend actually taught me how to walk. You do like you put your heel first and then you do that and then like kind of lift so it looks like this.
It's worth it, guys. It's worth it.
All my friends got new shoes and we didn't go outside for recess. We to go to lunch instead of going out into lunch. We went through the halls.
What did your teacher say? Was she okay with that?
Yeah, she was okay with it.
So he thankfully has a couple of friends who know the game. They got some great shoes as well. So they all stayed in from recess and they all had to do this long line for lunch that does not go outside. It's the longer wait through the halls inside. That's the level of care and protection he was given the shoes
and
today.
my TA was very nice because her son has a ton of shoes.
So she gets it. She gets it. I did not know this many people, especially this many kids, understood the shoe game like Crew does. But apparently he's got some squad mates
no creases there.
that are helping him keep those nice. So that huge success. Rye guy, next up, bro. I want to hear about the new classes, the new everything.
You have to do jumping jacks?
New favorite class. We actually played something called.
Dodgeball.
Is that like bonking?
Wait, ball more is like 2 balls and you throw them. Oh, that's
Yeah, we
awesome.
played that, but
That game is the bomb.
Guess
Stop
what?
that.
No way.
So we only have like 15 kids in our PE class. It's a tiny class in a massive room. So fun.
Oh, that
but
must
So Ryler did say on the way home, PE is his new favorite subject, which
What
I
else
think
did I
is
have?
pretty common.
this morning I had to talk.
How was photography? How was it?
Very good.
Very good. Think you're gonna enjoy that one?
Yes.
Any other new classes that you're excited about that you enjoyed?
CCA.
Rexy Doodle, I want to hear about your first day back. How was it?
It was fun.
Anything special happen?
No, just PE and library.
And then didn't you tell me too that one of your friends got an Oculus and they love playing Gorilla Tag?
Yeah.
How fun is that gonna be? You can meet up with them in VR and Gorilla
also,
Tag.
3 of my friends got Oculuses. One lives down the street.
This makes me so happy.
Okay, so
It makes me so
actually,
happy.
this brings me to something I need to ask you guys. I've had people saying they got Oculuses for Christmas on our DMs,
It's Oculi. Just kidding, it's not.
and they want to know what
Best games. What games?
Even like down to Hazy. They were asking about Hazy's age.
Rec Room begins
Rec
and ends with
Room?
Rec
Okay,
Room
I
for
didn't
those.
know, so I didn't
The
respond.
Hazy's Age 1 is endless fun in Rec Room. Just turn off all of the
Older
communication
people.
settings so you're not talking to strangers.
People, if you have long arms, play Gorilla Tag. You will feel like the boss. It's so easy and Gorilla.
And
Okay.
he comes upstairs like drenched.
Dripping. I'm not talking like a little bit sweaty. Dripping in sweat. These two are bosses in Gorilla Tag. Crew actually took me through a little like instructional where he put me into a classroom inside of VR, showed me how to like shimmy up logs, and
like,
I was doing it right
also
away.
Beat Saber and
Gorilla Tag they love. What's another one that you guys never get tired of?
I really love the room.
Great puzzling game,
Yeah.
yep.
Another one?
What's yours?
Mine is the plane game where you get to like drive your own plane, and then
Yeah.
you get a crash, and then you get a restart. And
Ultra Wings.
yeah.
Ultra Wings. That is a really fun one for younger kids because it's like you're flying a plane. That is a really fun one. Hey, Zico, how was your day at school today? I don't want to skip you.
Good.
Pretty good. Did you do anything fun? Was it different or pretty much the same?
It was Something fun was PE.
PE. I mean,
And
I love
I
PE today.
also played bomb.
Well, you guys played bomb too? I don't know this game. You guys are gonna have to teach it to me. Crew's taking this off after successfully making it through a full day of school, and there was even like snow outside, you guys.
I know, he did really good.
Very impressed with the care that you
I told them
took.
to take them off and put them in their glass case.
Yeah, put him back in the box immediately. That's awesome. Mom's got a pair coming pretty quick here. Rexy told me he had a few VR recommendations before we move into our homework and chores today. What would you recommend for somebody who just got an Oculus and looking for some fun games?
If you like wizard games, because I really like wizard games, then I would suggest Wizards in the Dark Times.
That is one of our favorites, you guys. I play it too, and you can like cast spells, throwing fireballs out of your hand, electricity out of your fingers. It is
You
very
can go like
fun.
shields and you can connect
Yeah, you can
them
bring
with
in-
it. Puts,
yes.
Like, you go like this and then
Makes like a
there's
laser
this huge
beam, like a light beam. Yes. I don't think you've ever played that
I have.
one. Oh, you have? You have? I love you. Yeah, you played it for sure. Also, these kids really like Echo VR. That's a free
Yeah,
one. If
Echo
you want a
VR
free
and
game that's
Job
really fun,
Simulator.
Job Simulator is great for all ages. And Vacation Simulator.
Simulator.
Yep, Vacation Simulator. Yeah, if you guys have any VR
and
game.
Wands. That's
Wands is another
good
wizard
game.
one. Brexton loves the wizarding. He definitely loves that. He loves casting spells.
Just to put a bow on the Oculus games conversation, I would also highly recommend any of the Star Wars games, the Vader Immortal series, as well as the Galaxy's Edge game. Tons of fun if you are into Star Wars at all, but they're also very immersive and very cool. I could go on for hours, but instead, we're gonna transition into the homework and chores part of our day, getting stuff done here. Stoked to have the kids back. Glad to hear they had an amazing first day in 2022. It's only up from here, guys. I gotta bring you up to speed on probably one of the most embarrassing experiences of my entire life that happened today. I was in major denial that something was wrong with my truck, but it was making a very loud scratching, squealing, almost as if something was dragging on the ground, and every now and then it would just turn high pitched. Well, to bring you up to speed on what happened, when I went to Tibble Fork the other day, when I took the kids sledding, I pulled out of the driveway to turn the car around to back in and get the sleds put in. I turned the wheel really tight in four-wheel drive, and it made this loud pop sound, so loud that it brought Mom running out of the house to see what happened, what did I run into. And I've had that happen before when in four-wheel drive. If I turn the wheel all the way, it kind of fights me, pops a little bit. So I don't know if it's related to that or not, but I do know that pretty much ever since then, it's been kind of on and off making this sound, and then it's just gotten worse over time. And that was only a couple of days ago, but today it has gotten by far the worst. And so it happened to peak at the moment I went to pick up the kids from school today in carpool. As I pull up around the curb and pull up to pick up the kids, it starts making this horrible screeching sound. I called Papa before I went to pick up the kids from school, told him what was going on. He said he would come out and look at it, but if I could, try and get it on video, try and capture the sound so that he could kind of make a guess on what he needed to bring out to work on the truck. Well, guys, this is the sound that it made when I pulled up to pick up the kids today from school in front of all other friends. I kid you not, everybody standing on the curb was holding their hand over their mouth. Teachers were gasping. Kids were doing this with their face. It couldn't have been more embarrassing for myself and the kids as the kids loaded up. So I sent it to Papa. He said, take that thing home. Do not drive it. I'm gonna come out and see what's wrong. So he is on his way here now to give it a look, to take a peek under the hood, under the truck. I don't know how he's gonna do it. It's dark, it's nighttime. Our garage is a dirty mess. He is going to find out what's going on with this, if he can figure it out here in the house. And I'll be anxious to see what exactly went wrong, if it's something that I did, if it's freak chance, and how it's gonna be fixed. But I've got to get that noise fixed, guys.
Does it in two-wheel drive. The joints are good there. I don't see nothing that is out of the ordinary.
Man, that's bad. Okay.
Very annoying, isn't it?
That might be it, huh?
Yeah, I'd say it might be it.
I see it right there. There it is. That is the source of all that noise?
Yep.
That's it?
That's
One
it.
pebble?
One pebble.
That's incredible. That's the problem
the
right there.
noise.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is insane. I can't even imagine what that would cost if I had to take that into a shop and have them just pull the pebble out for me. They would act like it
You
was
haven't got
something.
my bill.
The The great Papa Bob has left the building
Come
or
to
left
the rescue
garage, if you will.
again.
He came in the clutch. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys what happened the same way I told Mindy. Turns out I've got a damaged transfer case. And what that means is that it needs to be taken back to the manufacturer. I've got to ship the truck back to Ford. We tried to do this joke to mom and her mom when we came in the house. They weren't buying it for a second. You will not believe when you see what it was. You heard. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life.
Very loud.
You heard how absolutely loud it was. I mean, it was like on stereo through the neighborhood, through anywhere you went. Loud.
It was kind of embarrassing.
A little bit embarrassing. Turns out, guys, it was this right here.
A little pebble.
This little rock. This. Look how small that is. I'm keeping this in my truck, I think, just as a little memory of that time. I was driving the broken down beater of a truck, but it turns out it's still a silverback, baby. It's still got the juice. It just was a rock that flipped up in between the back plate of the rotor. He took the whole thing apart. There's this little gap in between. It flipped up just right in between and got wedged in there. I mean, very low chances, but he said it does happen. Kind of funny. He looked around. He's like, everything looks like it's in order, as it should be. Why don't you go ahead and pull it out and let's see. I backed up and he's like, okay, it's sounding kind of fine. Why don't you go ahead and drive forward? I drive forward, I mean, half a second, whatever that distance is. It makes a huge loud noise and he goes, I know what it is.
Just my dad to a T.
And I was like, how do you know what it is?
My dad can tell anything about a car just by driving it.
I think he just had to be near it because I sent him the video with the sound and that's when he's like, whatever it is, get it home. Do not drive it. But it sounded like something was like dragging on the ground. He initially looked all around underneath. But then as soon as I drove forward and it made that noise, he's like, I know what that is. Bring it in. Took the whole thing apart, popped out the rock. I drove it around the block. Silent, purrs like a kitten. Or I should say purrs like a gorilla. It is the silverback, baby, and it's back. So I'm feeling good. I'm back.
Guys,
we're back.
The truck is back.
Yeah, everything's back. And a huge thank you to Papa Bob, obviously, for coming out here.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
no
they
notice,
just had to
in the
come
cold,
out tonight.
in the dark, working on a dirty floor garage. On top of that, you guys, imagine now if I didn't have a Papa Bob in my life and I had to take that because it's making this obnoxious noise to a dealership or to an auto body shop and I don't know a thing about cars. They could tell me it's anything and I would have paid whatever they said to get that fixed. But as it was just as simple as popping a rock out. You hope you land on somebody honest. You hope that somebody would have said, it's just a rock, here you go. But you never know. It could have been a very different scenario. Grateful for Papa Bob.
My dad can fix anything. That is one of the many qualities he has.
I'm hoping Ryler
grateful.
got that as well.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. It was super exciting. We've had more messages come in about the house on cabinets, garage doors, about all of the appliances. So
much
it's
going on
hot
right
and
now.
heavy right now.
Yep, it's the new year. It's time to go.
I love you guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Bye. They got Oculuses for Christmas on our DMs.
It's Oculi.
Put them in their glass case.
Yeah, put them back in the box immediately.
If you like wizard games, because I really like wizard games.
Very annoying.
That might be it.